These people gave a whole new meaning to a man's best friend by living with some of the world's most dangerous pets imaginable. But if you're gonna have a dangerous wild animal as a pet, you might as well have the king of the jungle. With cuddles, licking, and protectiveness, you'd assume we're talking about a dog, right? But this good old boy would make your Great Dane look like a puppy. Let's take a moment of sympathy for the mailman who has to come here. I don't think they'll be getting any deliveries to the door. Tigers, the killing machines of the jungle. Or just new kittens in the house. Look at how they terrorize this household, hijacking the kitchen and viciously attacking mops. You know, if I just ignore everything I know about tigers and just watch these guys, they do look like good company. And who needs a house alarm when you've got a few tigers patrolling the property? This fearless biker decided that the one animal he wanted to cuddle with was a python. You know, the snake that squeezes its prey to death. They seem to have worked up an understanding, though. No squeezing and swallowing the human. As long as I don't want any part of that. And I also don't want any part of this either. I mean, I've heard of people having reptiles as pets, but this guy's taking it a step too far. This is Gator Guy, who got his nickname because, well, he has an 8-foot pet gator, and he's been taking care of it for more than 34 years. He feeds it and brushes its teeth every day, but one of the strangest things is he actually puts a leash on it and takes it on walks around town. I'm happy for you, Gator Guy, but I've seen enough National Geographic videos to know that I'm not stepping anywhere near that thing, so see you later, alligator. And so is this big guy. This is Wild Thing, and he's been casually walking into his owner's house for years, which is scary when you realize how big a bison is. But it's even scarier when you learn how powerful they are. For starters, they can sprint 3 times faster than humans can, so good luck running away from them. But none of that seems to steer this guy away from letting his buffalo do what it wants. They seem like buds. They swim together, eat, are one of the most dangerous mammals, so kudos to them for trusting Jessica to not go berserk and rip their house to pieces. This is the look a lion gives its owner after going years without seeing each other. I'd be worried it teared my face off, but not him. Just maybe keep the catnip away from him, for now. And I'm not stepping anywhere near this guy's pet either, because he has a Jaguar, and I'm not talking about the luxury car brand. I'm talking about the animal. If they felt threatened, they could probably rip you to shreds in a matter of seconds. But none of that seems to bother this guy, because he's perfectly fine with taking his pet Jaguar to swim in the river and on walks in the park. He even takes it to restaurants. Imagine being that host. Yes, hello, how can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like a table for me and my Jaguar, please.
Huh? Yeah, tell the waiter that I want a steak and he'll take the uncooked deer. Or could you imagine living with a cheetah? You know, the animal that can run upwards to 60 miles per hour? Well, that fierceness and running speed doesn't seem to faze this woman at all. In fact, and ever since his bud was 10, this duo has been treating themselves to a walk around town, able it sometimes very slowly. As far as rich flexes go, being buddies with one of the most dangerous animals is quite something. Just like how Winnie the Pooh loves honey, this grizzly's favorite treat is pizza. If it's more effective than bear spray, I'll be filling my pockets with Domino's pepperoni. Clearly, nobody told this bear that elbows on the table is bad manners. I guess no one wants to be his favorite new topping. This lady decided that having human kids wasn't hard enough, so she added 6 monkeys. She rescued and dedicated her life to raising them. And honestly, those monkeys are living a better life now than the rest of us. They don't need to worry about escaping birds and snakes in the jungle. It's all about food, cuddles, and meeting Santa? This crocodile has been given a treat of his own, a house. And I gotta say, it seems like he's got a pretty good living arrangement going on here. He gets fed fish and a pool to swim in. Not a bad gig if you ask me. But I don't think I'd want to live with a capybara. Apparently they're nocturnal. Can you imagine living with someone who never sleeps? And the same could be said about this guy's pet. He pretty much rides his camel everywhere he goes. To the pub, to go shopping. His kids even ride the camel home from school. It might not be the quickest way to get from one place to another, but it might be the most original. Mix-ups happen all the time, but when you meet a friend's cat, you're expecting a Tibbles, Tabby, or Nutmeg, not a razor-toothed caracal named Pumbaa. I bet the owners say, oh, she wouldn't hurt a fly, but I'm not taking the chance that Pumbaa's hiss isn't as bad as her bite. It's always good when pets get along well, though. Either that or your actual house cat doesn't want to make any sudden movements. This family lives with tigers in their house, but not just one. They have a whole bunch of them. I guess it's nice that someone's taking care of these animals, but at the same time, it must be the most stressful job. Isn't the only one with the luxury of a new apartment. This kangaroo has one too, and it comes fit with a room to watch TV in, a couch to lay down on, and of course, belly rubs. Oh yeah, it's a sport. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is Moyo, and he seems like a bit of a handful, or should I say a trunkful. Not only is he too smart for the fence, he's also too big for the couch, and he gets into everything. I mean, he's cute and all, but I think I'd lose my mind if I had to deal with an elephant toddler all of the time. Crazy Russians and giant bears. Name a more iconic duo, and as far as gym bros go, they'll never have to wait to use equipment. If you're that fearless of hypothermia, then what's the problem with working out with a grizzly? Convincing mom and dad to let you get a goldfish is hard enough, but proposing the idea of a giant centipede is mission impossible. Having a four-legged friend just didn't do it. Bola. But not faster than you can smash that like and subscribe button. This next pet isn't as dangerous, but still a unique choice of furry friend. Fantastic Mr. Fox's days of stealing chickens and avoiding farmers are over. His retirement consists of being cared for by a human, not a vixen. Who really knows what the fox says? But I'm sure this one would say life's good on the other side. This couple started out by owning just one llama, but pretty soon they had a total of 55 llamas spread throughout their property. Some even venture into the house to watch TV or hang out in the living room. They even seem gentle enough to live with. Just don't irritate them unless you want to get spit on. You know what else I couldn't do? Stand in the room with a gorilla for 30 seconds without freaking out. But this couple can, and it's made possible because they've connected their house to an animal enclosure. But let me tell you a quick animal fact first. It's said that fully grown silverback gorillas are stronger than 20 human adults combined. So yeah, I couldn't just calmly hang out with a gorilla.